The online classes of anatomy. I am Dr. A.K. Gupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Government Medical College, Delhi. Today I will talk to you about development of urinary system. The urinary system, along with the genital system, develops from the intermediate mesoderm and cloaca. At the fourth week of intrauterine life, the intermediate mesoderm enlarges and bulges into the posterior abdominal wall. It transforms into a gonad, mesonephric duct, and paramesonephric duct, and sequence of pronephros, mesonephros, and metanephros. In human being, the urinary system develops in stages. At fourth week of intrauterine life, the pronephros as solid cords develop and nephric duct, which joins the cloaca. It starts from the cervical region and up to the sacral region. But this pronephros disappears, and then on fifth week of intrauterine life, the mesonephric tubule develops in the upper thoracic region up to the upper lumbar region. It has a separate tubule with Bowman's capsule and glomerulus, which opens into the mesonephric duct. This again disappears except in the distal part, where some mesonephric tubules remains and the mesonephric duct will remain. And on the fifth week of intrauterine life, another body develops in the intermediate mesoderm, that is in the sacral region. That is known as metanephros. And at the same time, a bud arises from the mesonephric duct, that is known as ureteric bud, which enters into the metanephric blastema. This is the metanephric blastema and this is the ureteric bud. The ureteric bud divides repeatedly to form the ureter, the pelvis, the major calyces, the minor calyces, and collecting duct. That means these are the conducting part of the urinary system. And the metanephric blastema, the cells are arranged in the form of spheres. Then it transforms into orange sepate. Then it turns into S sepate. Again it forms a typical nephron having Bowman's capsule, glomerulus, the proximal convoluted tubule, the loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, which joins the collecting duct. This is the collecting duct. So the secretory part of the kidney is formed by the metanephric blastema. With differential growth and certain other factors, the kidney developed in the sacral region ascends upwards into the lumbar region, whereas testis, which develops in the lumbar region, descends downwards into the scrotum. At first, the mesonephric duct, the ureteric bud, opens into the mesonephric duct. But this mesonephric duct gradually merges into the urinary bladder. So what happens? The mesonephric duct and ureteric bud comes closer. Again, with the ascent of the kidney and descent of the testis, the mesonephric duct remains in the central inferior part, whereas ureteric bud ascends upwards and laterally, forming a triangular area in the urinary bladder that is known as trigone, where at the angle the ureteric bud, that means the ureter, opens. So this is about the development of kidney. Now the development of ureter and kidney. Now development of urinary bladder. The cloaca is differentiated into two parts or divided into two parts by urorectal septum. A septum develops that is known as urorectal septum into two parts, the anal part and the ureteric part. This part is divided into four parts. Upper one, that is known as, that will form the urinary bladder, and the allantois disappears or obliterate to form urachus. The lower part of the vesicourethral canal form the primitive urethra, and the lower part, that is the definitive urogenital sinus, is again divided into two parts, the pelvic part of the urogenital sinus and thymic part of the urogenital sinus. So urinary bladder is formed by the urovesical canal, urethrovesical canal. The primitive urethra will form the prostatic part of the urethra in male above the opening of the ejaculatory duct, whereas the pelvic part of the urogenital sinus form the part of the prostatic part of the urethra and membranous part of the urethra, whereas thymic part of the urogenital sinus will form the penile part of the urethra in male, whereas in female the primitive urethra and pelvic part of the urogenital sinus will form the urethra. Now, development of the external genitalia. Around the cloaca, the mesenchyme condenses here, and that forms the cloacal fold, which joins together anteriorly, forming the genital tubercle. Then this cloacal fold again divided into urethral fold and anal fold. Again, lateral to this cloacal fold, again another swelling appears, that is known as genital swelling or labioscrotal swelling. In female, the genital tubercle slightly enlarged to form the clitoris. The urethral fold forms the labia minora, the genitoscrotal swelling, that means genital swelling or the labioscrotal swelling, forms the labia majora, and the cleft forms the vestibule into which the urethra and vagina opens. In male, the genital tubercle enlarges enormously by the action of testosterone and form penis. This urethral fold covers the dorsal surface as well as ventral surface. Again, this joins in the midline. So, in male, urethra is formed by the thyroid part of the urogenital sinus except the terminal part. The genital tubercle is enlarged in the terminal part, forming the glans. Here, the ectoderm buds inside and then canalized, which communicates with the urethral penile part of the urethra. Whereas labioscrotal swelling enlarges from the groin, descend downwards and form the scrotum, which again joins in the midline, making a median pathway. So this is all about the urinary system. Thank you.